Good day, everyone. My name is Chazile, and welcome to my TED Talk. So, before I start, let me begin with a question. Have you ever entered your university library ready to study, but only to find that every single seat is taken? You look around, every table is full, every chair is occupied. You go upstairs, still no luck. You start checking one room after another, hoping that maybe, just maybe one seat will be empty. After 10 minutes later, you start feeling tired. After 20 minutes later, you start feeling frustrated. And instead of focusing on your work, your mind keeps saying, why can't I just find a place to sit? That was me many times. I remember one day during final weeks, it was already 1 p.m. when I arrived, and every corner of the library was full. I walked to three different buildings: the main library, the learning hub, and even a cafe. Every single spot was taken. I ended up sitting on the floor next to the charging station and surrounded by noise. That day, I didn't learn anything from my notes, but I learned something more important: that time is precious when you are a student. And wasting time just to find a seat shouldn't be a part of our struggle. That simple frustration planted a seed in my mind. What if there was an easier way? What if, instead of wandering around, students could simply open an app and instantly see which study area are free? That's how the idea for StudySpot was born. A mobile app designed to help students and find both available study spaces quickly and easily. When I started thinking deeper about this issue, I realized I wasn't alone because every exam season is the same story for every student. You will see them walking from one building to another, carrying those heavy bags, laptops, and also water bottles just to search a spot to focus. It's not only about inconvenience, it's about how it feels. The more time you waste looking for a space, the more your motivation will drop. You will get anxious, you will get stressed, and by the time you finally sit down, but you already lost all the energy to study. I didn't run any interview, but I did observe quietly. I watched how students move around in the library and see how their face changed from hopeful to disappointed. And I heard comments like, oh my god, no seats again? And then some say, I just go home study lah. And then some will say, oh my god, the library is too full. So from this observation, I identified three major pain points that truly affect students. So first, time wasted, just looking for available spaces. Second, stress and frustration, caused by the uncertainty and not finding a place. Third, lower productivity, because students lose focus before they even begin. But the problem doesn't only affect students. University also struggle with it. They want to manage space efficiently, but installing expensive system or sensor to track occupancy would cost too much in both money and also maintenance. So our challenge become clear. How can we help students find study spaces faster and easier without creating a financial burden for the university? This was the question that guided every step of our design journey. Once we clearly understood the problem, our team moved into brainstorming, the ideation stage of design thinking. And we start with empathy. We ask ourselves, what do students really need when they are looking for a study spot? And what kind of solution will make life easier, not harder? Our goal was simple. We want to make it fast, simple, and also affordable. To make our ideas stronger, we use trees, a creative problem-solving tools that help resolve contradiction. Our main contradiction was we want real-time tracking of study spaces to improve student experience, but we don't want to use high IT costs or complex system. So how did we solve this contradiction? We used four trace principles that match our problem perfectly. First, principle one, segmentation. We realized we didn't need to track every single chair in a building. That would be very complicated and expensive. So instead, we divided the campus into zones like libraries, discussion room, and lounges. So each zone updates its status, like full, almost full, or available. This simple step reduces costs and make data easier to manage. Next, principle 10, preliminary action. So we thought, what if students could plan before they even leave their classes? So we added a real-time view where students can check seat availability ahead of time, and they can even book space before going there. So this small step reduce stress and help students manage their time better. Next, principle 28, mechanic substitution. Instead of using expensive motion sensor or cameras, we use existing system like Wi-Fi login, student ID swipe, and QR code. So this already available in most university. By combining them smartly, we could track space usage without new installation. Lastly, principle 35, parameter change. We wanted to make data clear and friendly, not technical. So we use color code zone like color green for available, color yellow for almost full, and color red for full. So these apps update faster during busy hour. So students always get accurate information. So these four principles help us turn frustration into innovation. They show us that solving big problems doesn't always need big money. Sometimes it just needs creative thinking. After planning our concept, it was a time to make it real. So we built a prototype of the StudySpot app, a simple clickable model to show how it works. Our prototype had three main features. First, a real-time availability map of study area. Second, a seat booking system where students can reserve a spot in advance. Third, a clean, easy to use interface designed to save time. Then we tested it. We shared it with students through a Google form and it was anonymous so they can share their honest feedback to us. The responses was encouraging. Most students say they love how simple and helpful the app was. And one comment said, super helpful during exam week. And another said, finally, an app that helped me grab a desk fast. But we also received valuable feedback. Some students said their colors and icon could be improved to make it clearer. Others want faster loading during peak hours. So we took those suggestions and made improvement, updating visual and making the interface more user-friendly. So this process taught me an important lesson. Good design doesn't end when you build something. It begins when you start listening. So testing isn't just about finding faults. It's about discovering how people truly feel, and that's exactly what's helped us to make study sport better. So here's the big idea for StudySpot, a mobile app that helps students find and book study spaces instantly. Here what makes it special. First, it saves times because students no longer waste minutes walking around. Second, reduces stress. They can plan ahead and focus better. Third, it boosts productivity because a calm mind will lead to a better studying. And for the university, it's affordable and easy to maintain because it uses existing system, meaning no extra cost for hardware. Study Sport is designed with one thing in mind, making studying smarter, not harder. It's not just technology, it's an empathy in action. Also, StudySpot isn't just a student convenience app, it's a contribution to a bigger picture. So it connects directly to two United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, that's SDG. So first goal is goal 3, good health and well-being. So mental health is a growing concern among university students. So by helping students find quiet, comfortable spaces quickly, StudySpot help reduces anxiety and improve emotional well-being. So when stress is lower, focus improve, and so does in academic performance too. Next, goal 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. So Studies 4 uses digital innovation to create smarter, more sustainable campus system. So it shows that universities don't need high budget to become more efficient. They just need creative idea that use what they already have. So together, this goal reflects what Studies for truly stands for. A healthier, more efficient, and more connected learning environment. Now, let's go back to the familiar moment. Standing in a full library, scanning the room, hoping someone will leave soon. And now, imagine opening your phone, tapping StudySpot app, and instantly seeing that the second floor still has seat available. You walk there calmly, sit down, and start your work with no stress and no time wasted. That's the experience we want to create for every student. So this project taught me something truly powerful. Innovation doesn't have to be complicated. It can start with something small. something ordinary, and something personal. I learned that design thinking is not just about ideas, it's about empathy. When we design with empathy, we see people, not just problems. So, we create solutions that make life smoother, calmer, and better. So, here my message to you. Every small frustration you experience could be the beginning of your next great idea. You don't need to be an expert or have all the resources. You just need to care enough to make life a little easier for someone else. That's why Study Sport is about using technology and empathy to turn stress into simplicity and waste time into focus. Because when students can study in peace, they don't just learn better, they can live better. This is the end of my TED Talk. Thank you for listening.